Hey everybody, this is Adam checking in for a 7-week post-op VSG surgery. Had VSG back on November 5th of this year, and see, I weighed about 258 when I was going into the surgery, and sitting at about 232. So 26 pounds, something like that, in about 6 weeks, which is wonderful. That's great because that's not too fast, not too slow, and that's just right. Again, my goal is to lose about 2 pounds a week, and as long as it's no less than that, I'm okay with that. I've already had a little stall and stuff, but I didn't consider a stall because it's anticipated and to be expected, so it wasn't a big downer. Anyways, my issues have been that my sleeve has been uncomfortable. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're still healing, you're still healing. That's all fine and well. But it is more uncomfortable now than it has been even at like weeks 3, 4, and things of that nature. It just seems like it's uncomfortable all the time. Now, obviously, I know to call the doc and things of that nature, so please don't make comment down below saying call your doctor or stuff like that. I already know that. I already plan to do that, but I guess what I'm trying to do is figure out how many of you guys, just to see, hey, is this a kind of a common thing? I don't think my sleeve is stretched. Can't remember a single time where I had overeaten to the point where I thought it possibly could have stretched or damaged the staple. I haven't eaten anything that I thought might damage any part of my stomach or cause it any kind of issues. All I know is pretty much everything I eat and drink causes it some discomfort. I'm well enough along to understand what is gas pain, like a transfer in there, and then what is just uncomfortability, and even the occasional nausea. It's so much so that it'll stop me where I'm at and what I'm doing, and I'll just kind of have to wait a little bit for it to go away. It's possible that it is still healing, but it just doesn't make sense that all of a sudden it's become a lot more uncomfortable. As far as what I'm eating, it's mostly any of the things that I can tolerate, but everything seems to do the same thing. And what I mean by that is if I drink a protein shake, it gets uncomfortable. If I don't drink and I'm not eating, it gets uncomfortable. If I'm moving around or even trying to do anything out in the garage, it gets uncomfortable. So no matter what I do, it just gets uncomfortable. Like this morning, I had some yogurt and couldn't even finish it. It was one of those little 4-ounce Activia ones, and I think I got about 3 ounces in, and it wasn't feeling right, it wasn't feeling good, and so I had to kind of toss that. So whether I'm eating or not eating, it just feels uncomfortable. I think I've noticed that well, it really doesn't matter. Sometimes warm things make it uncomfortable, sometimes cold things make it uncomfortable, and then sometimes they don't. So if you've kind of experienced this or had any kind of or if this is a common thing, let me know. It would be appreciated. Regardless, I'm still going to make a doctor's appointment. It's about that time for me to make one. That's about 6 weeks out. In fact, tomorrow I'm actually on my 7th week, so I call it my 7-week check-in. Bins, I'm starting on my 7th week. But the kind of things like I'm eating is like the yogurts. I eat chicken, really moist chicken. If it's not moist, I'll add a little bit of gravy to it. I haven't eaten near as many potatoes or mashed potatoes as I did there, in the soft stage. Eggs, over easy eggs or scrambled eggs, or I'll have tuna with a boiled egg in it, kind of mixed up with some mayonnaise. I did get to try some tilapia fish. It was like a seasoned tilapia fish, and that tasted wonderful. It was a nice change for meat and some protein, packed a lot of protein in, which was good. So I'm looking forward to eating those. But there was a very soft fish, and I just don't see that causing a problem. In fact, I can't remember anything that I've eaten or drank that would cause an issue. But anyways, I figure if I go to the doctor, they're probably going to want to do a little scan, and that'd be okay with me because I'm within my global period. Any major surgery you have should have a 90-day global period where you're not charged for it if it has to do directly with the surgery or anything surgery related. So I should be well within that. So I'll go back and get that kind of looked at. But I don't think it's a big issue. I just wonder. I just don't know. I mean, I've heard of people having strictures. I don't think I have strictures because it's not a certain point to when I eat to where it happens. Like if the food was sliding through and then it gets to the stricture and then everything feels alright. It's just an all the time kind of deal. Even right now, I can kind of feel it, although it's a little bit easier going. Still pretty well know that it just don't feel right. And maybe that's just the way that it is around this time. I don't know. But it sure does aggravate me a little bit. But I'm still getting to enjoy the fact that some of the weight, the weight's coming off and feeling a lot better and still moving better, and all that's wonderful. And I'm still getting to enjoy some of my good foods, so that's wonderful also. So I'm enjoying the process, but I'm just not enjoying the frustrating and the feeling of the way the stomach is. So hopefully get that kind of fixed up a little bit. But I think that's about it for now. Really, nothing else except for what goes along with that. Haven't been out and about doing a lot of things, so can't really claim any NSVs for the week or even the month any more than what I usually have, which is it's pretty neat because fitting into good clothes and stuff is that itself is everyday NSV. So started a new job. This job is a little bit more stressful than the one before, just because of the way it's set up and things are out of sorts and it's just not lined up well and it's got issues. But so I'm wondering if stress affects that stomach a little bit or not. I don't know. I was feeling it before, even with the older job. So let me know if you guys been there, had that happen, and if it kind of goes away, something like that. So, but if not, until then, we will talk to you guys probably around week 8, week 9, just depends.